sad news for Harry Potter actress Emma Watson, as she was banned from driving in the UK after multiple speeding offenses. The good news is that the Harvard-educated Watson has accepted a scholarship to play linebacker for the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Kirby Smart spoke to the media, saying she has certain intangibles we look for here at Georgia. Welcome to the Moonstem Cast. I'm Jordan. This is the to my confused F1 fan, Brian. Brian, how are you?
I knew you were going there as soon as you said trouble and driving. I was like, this is a Georgia joke, isn't it?
I mean, it's like, I know they win national championships and like they're a great football program, but like, what do we know about them the most? It's that you go to Georgia and all of a sudden you're like, hey, driving laws don't matter anymore.
Optional.
I can do whatever I want. Optional. This is a free they're sovereign citizens in Georgia when it comes to driving. But just
laws,
the football team.
Suggestions.
Yeah. Law well, not Carson Beck. Who was the Spencer Rattler? No, whoever the quarterback was maybe a year or two ago. He also got in trouble. Like the 25-year-old. I can't remember his name for the life of me. He also got in trouble for driving.
Stenson Bennett.
Yes, yeah. They all get in trouble for driving. I don't know if like Kirby Smart has them take a driver's ed beforehand and says they failed, come on our football team. But there has to be something. Is it like it keeps happening? It's no longer a coincidence. It just keeps happening. I don't know what they're doing, what they're feeding them, what happened in Athens, Georgia. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they have like it's like ancient Greece where somehow the gods are interfering, except the gods are alcohol and 95-mile-per-hour speed limits being like the Green Goblin mask. So,
yeah, their keys start talking to them like the Green Goblin mask after a couple drinks. You're weak.
You're weak. Go 95 and a 40. So I mean, I don't know if I actually had a whole hot take where I said slow drivers are bad people. So I don't really know if I have room to talk on this matter at all. I will say I've never gone 95 into 40. Not once.
I can't say that.
You can bleep this, but was it on Space Center?
No, I'm not going to bleep it. It was on Middlebrook.
Okay.
So
fine road to go fast on, but
not great.
Looking back, it was a degenerate move on everyone's part.
Well, it's a mile and a half road that's just straight, no lights, no stops, no nothing. You go out there at 2 a.m.
What? Yeah, I mean,
dumb high school kid with a 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee. How dare I?
You can bleep this too. The road is just asking for it. Look at it the way.
It's not making it. This making it to the podcast. It's not making it into the clip.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, again, I don't know what happens with Georgia, but I'm glad. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to not jinx anything. That was not like a funny thought. That was like I wonder why that hasn't happened. Now I think about it, I'm like, I don't want to jinx anything for them. So, welcome to the Moonstem Cast. The Astros, just like the speeding records of University of Georgia football players, is broken. The Astros keep getting hurt. So at this point, it's like AAA is just the Sugarland has come to Houston. They've called up, I don't know how many people from that team at this point, which, I mean, if I'm not a skeeter, rest in peace. If I'm a space cowboy right now, all I'm thinking is like, one more injury. It's like one more Aaron Rodgers friend. One more injury. It's my time, boys.
Yeah. Do you know who we just called up?
Was it today?
A couple days ago.
Was it? I know Bryce Matthews has been called up already. Okay. Was it Bryce Matthews?
No, it's one Big John Singleton.
Oh,
he's back, baby!
I forgot he was back. Even that's
yes. Oh man, I hope he fucking launches nukes, dude.
Dude, I hope he goes to the playoffs with us. Honestly, I think he deserves to redeem himself from that one incident back against the Rangers. I think, yeah, it was against the Rangers.
Yeah,
yeah. In the 2023 ALCS. I hope he comes back on it because I always liked him. Also, I wrote a blog about this a long time ago. Dusty Baker made a fine decision letting him go out there. I think it was the right decision to make.
Oh, I
there were not many
agree.
good decisions. That was the right decision to make. Yeah. Especially because he gets on base. He gets on base.
That's what you want,
especially in that situation. Moneyball. What a beautiful movie. But yeah, the Astros are just not. The halfway mark of the season has showed that half of their bodies work.
Yeah, arguably our MVP so far this year on the non-pitching side. Paradas just went down. Hamstring, he said it's worse than it was a couple of weeks ago when he heard it. It's not great.
It was a non-contact injury as well, which is never.
Yeah, he was running. He was running to first.
Yeah. As football watchers, we know that's bad. And not, if you go down and you've been hit, obviously it's like, oh, that's not good, but like it makes sense. Non-contact, you're like, oh fuck, like this is just the body breaking down. Which was it not in the Memorial Hermann or Methodist or whoever the Astros use?
Methodist.
We gotta have a little talksy with them. Someone's gotta have them. Yeah, you love them.
My former employer.
I mean, how many steps
I left on my own volition, though, so.
Yeah, no, it's not like you have bad blood because of anything. You just like you fucking hated that place. Also,
I did not enjoy my time there.
Well, also you had to pay for your own parking, which I just like.
No, I had an option. I could park off campus and take the metro in from NRG to the medical center, and then when I'm leaving, do the same thing. And I was like, that adds probably 15 to 30 minutes to my commute. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I was getting off at 3:30. So that means I would be arriving at my car at 4, which means I wouldn't be hitting 610 and I-45 until about 4:30, aka hell on earth if you've ever driven in Houston traffic. So I said, nope, fuck that. I want my car right there. I'm going to pay, park, get in my car, 3:05 or 3:35, get out of there. It still dealt with some traffic, but not nearly as bad as 4:30 to 5 o'clock is. So it wasn't worth it. It was, my brother was the one that told me, he was like, okay, it's $15 a day. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, tell me this. Is roughly an hour to an hour and a half of your life worth $15 every single day? So I would get to sleep in for an extra 45 minutes, and I would get home about an extra hour early because of how bad traffic would be. And I went, oh, that's an hour and 45 minutes. Yes, that is worth about $15 a day for my time. It was a horrible situation.
Yeah, I'm glad you're out of there. You seemed, for multiple reasons at that time in your life, you seemed miserable, but that was not helpful. Especially, I don't know, having to walk that amount of time in the hospital. I don't envy you. I'm happy you're out where you are these days. So
the people were great. Don't get me wrong. My fellow employees and my bosses and everything, they were phenomenal, but the job sucked.
Yeah. Well, again, Methodist, not known for their track record and helping other people. Given the Astros, I don't expect ever go to Methodist. If I ever in like in a Methodist hospital room, please don't. I don't know, like.
Prove me wrong. There you go, spinning on them.
Put like a Rangers decal inside me. Honestly, that'd be scary. But yeah, the Astros are hobbled. They're hobbling along. I say hobbled twice. I did. Wow, there's that English degree in play. Using those big words twice. But yeah, no, I this happens every year, Brian. I feel like every summer.
Not to this degree. We have 16 people on IL, man.
Dude, we can almost field another baseball team based on the IL.
Yes.
Honestly, we had the Felons draft last podcast about the AFC North. Let's have the injured draft this time. Just like everyone injured, make your own team. See if you can even play. Paredes, you can walk. You can walk to first base. Use crutches. It's like the Paralympics, but for injured baseball players.
Oh. Dude, the only bright spots I really have are, well, and there's pretty big bright spots. The AAA Astros are 5 games above the Mariners, even after dropping 2 to them over the weekend. We are still 5 games up in the division. Continue to find ways to win. Bryce Matthews, was our number 1 prospect because Cam Smith started the year on the team. He homered. This is going to date when we're recording. He homered twice against Arizona, and they didn't go super far, but they were hammered. Yeah. They went straight up, man. They were high drives, man.
I'm gonna get my soapbox a bit because I think before the season I looked up where our farm system ranked, and it was near the bottom. which again, the baseball draft is like 70 rounds. So I don't know if this really matters all that much at this point. But like if you're consistently winning, you're near the bottom of the draft pool every time. So you're not getting the top prospects. And so we were always near the bottom. And I'd like to imagine that Fangraphs, who I love Fangraphs, but I like to imagine the Fangraphs writers are sitting there shitting themselves because they realize like maybe this Astros farm team isn't as bad as people think it is. Now, of course, the 27th rated farm system doesn't, takes into account like single, low A, high A, double A, all the A's, maybe some of the B's, who knows? But we can see you later right now because we are killing it with like the talent pool that's on the Astros. So I think this is kind of a vindication of the Astros front office. At the same time, I still do not like Dana Brown or Jeff Bagwell. So I don't know if this is, I may just be arguing against myself at this point, but like it is good to see that despite the fact that we have such a low rated farm system, they're doing better than expected. They're if we're putting them like a year-end performance, they're like above expectations. They're not exceeding expectations. They are above expectations.
Well, you know who's rounding into form with their expectations when we originally signed him? Christian Walker.
Yeah,
Christian Walker, man. He's these past month he's really turned it around, and I've noticed a lot less bitching and complaining on Astros Twitter about it. So,
well, those people fucking started watching in 2016. They don't get opinions. You don't get to like start watching when the Astros are going to be like, I can't believe this guy isn't hitting 1,000 home runs. Yeah, it takes a season sometimes. Sorry, he moved. He has to pay sales tax now.
In their defense, we did just get out of a first base relationship with
Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu.
I love how you forget his name every time you bring it up.
I can't. I want it gone from my memory, dude.
I know it's not a bit, which makes it so much funnier. Like you're not actually choosing this.
I want him forgotten about. Nice guy. But I don't like remembering that our first baseman was just an automatic out. We had a first baseman automatic out, and we had a catcher in Maldonado automatic out.
At least Maldonado made up for it with like his catching. His catching. That's like the hockey thing where I was like goaltender. Well, at least he made up with like his catcher play. He was, every pitcher liked him. Jose Abreu wasn't true. Like, wow, that's a Gold Glover right there this season. That's a guy who I really wanted first base. It's like he played. I don't remember his fielding stats all that much, but I don't think it was exceptional. So yeah, no, I'm first of all happy for Christian Walker because I wanted to believe just because if nobody got me, players in the aggregate got me with Christian Walker, Cam Smith, and Isaac Paredes. But yeah, no, I'm tense, but I'm feeling good. I as long as we don't lose the Rangers in the division. But I also like still win the division. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. The Boulder is conflicted right now with what the Boulder is conflicted. But I don't know if there's another team, by the way, that's doing exceptionally well, which is the Brewers.
Oh, I was going to ask you, who do you think has the best record in the MLB?
I know. Well, so I actually have some stats for you, Brian. I saw they have 63 unearned runs this season, which is, I think the next closest was 16 unearned runs, which is absolutely insane. It's not earned runs. It's not run differential. It is unearned runs, which is 64. It means there was an error involved in some capacity. They also are the best base running team in the MLB, which I can't think of another team where I looked at it and be like, oh my God, this is like a team that is putting pressure on. It's like a really good defensive line. They just continue to put pressure on you, so you keep making mistakes. And I will say, like, this is a fun team to watch for that reason. Because there's probably another team who's played like this, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Where the infield and players are just continually making mistakes to where, they can just do unearned runs. They can do unearned runs. Also, they had within the first 4 games, they had a negative 32 run differential. They have plus 91 now. And now
that's a swing, 120 run swing.
For the last 95 games, plus 123 run differential. No one's really talked about the Brewers this entire season, which makes sense. They're the Brewers. No offense to the Brewers. It's just the Brew Crew doesn't get much love from the national media in any capacity.
Are they considered small market?
Yeah, Milwaukee's a small market. Compared to like
But it encompasses all of Wisconsin.
But I think Wisconsin is also considered a small market. Like it's not like a Houston where like Houston's market is Houston plus surrounding Houston. I don't know what Wisconsin's population is, but I think it's, I want to say it's in the 32 million. Okay, so I'm actually so wrong, Brian. Please don't listen to me. It's 5.961 million population.
Whoa! It's only has 5 million. Whoa!
Yeah,
Houston is like 3 Houstons equals Wisconsin.
Yeah. So it has, as of 2024, it has about 5 million, about 6 million people
in the state.
In the entire state of Wisconsin.
Okay. To any of our Midwest listeners, dumb Texas guys that know stuff about the South, I don't know shit about your area. That's insane to me.
Brian, do you know how many people live in Michigan? It's more. I'll give you that. It's more.
Oh, because they have Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 22 million.
So you're wrong by half. It's 10 million. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the American. I say American education system. I have a whole thing about it. I don't think Europeans are as smart as they think they are. This is the Southern education system where I'm just shitting on Europeans. I'm about to go to their country. They're going to stop me at TSA like they did that kid guy with the JD Vance memes. Wherever their TSA, maybe the customs, not TSA. But I just always figured it was bigger because I feel like the Midwest impact on American culture is big. Like maybe it's just Chicago. Maybe Chicago is just the one impacting that. I feel like we talked about a lot about the Midwest, but like every Midwest conversation does somehow round out to Chicago. Remember our Indianapolis conversation? It's the same exact thing.
We were so wrong.
We don't know
anything but we were wrong in the other way. We thought it was way smaller than it was, and it was way bigger. But it turns out Wisconsin and Michigan, which I thought were way bigger than they aren't.
Yeah. I mean, 50 Cent rhyme Wisconsin with Wisconsin. Wisconsin with Wisconsin. So I figured they'd have at least 10 million people, but apparently not. So not only are they considered small market,
5 million people in the entire state.
They have a 3% unemployment rate. That's pretty good. Good for them, honestly. Okay. Sorry, that was just kind of the Wikipedia is on the side right here. I'm looking at their population. So I'm learning their motto is just forward. So yes, they are small market with that kind of with that kind of stuff. Y'all couldn't think of a better one. Like, not to be a dick, but like, y'all couldn't think of a better one at all. Our motto is fucking friendship. I've driven on our roads. That's not our motto at all. Our motto is I'll kick your ass.
That's just middle fingers everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone hates everyone. What are we talking about? Friendship.
Yeah, I thought our motto would be like, don't mess with Texas or something like that. Except that was like that's a recycling thing or like a litter thing. It's not even a motto. Just
it's a don't litter. It's don't mess with Texas.
Which I mean, we could have used that for something way better. I don't know, like the Texas Army. I don't know if the Texas National Guard. Just don't mess with Texas.
The Texas Rangers, like the organization, police force, not the baseball team. They'll shoot me. Who cares? Those idiots are cosplaying cowboys all the time, and it really pisses me the fuck off because you're not a cowboy. You drive a Camaro on the freeway to stop people going 90 miles an hour in a 75. Like, shut the fuck up. You're wearing your cowboy hat like Hyder. It's like, you know what a cow is? Have you seen a cow? When was the last time you saw a cow? I'm not saying I saw a cow recently. I'm just saying at the same time, I don't pretend to be a cowboy. So I do have. Hold on. Yeah, I was about to say, didn't you have a whole small Texas rodeo thing?
But that's the whole. Brian, look at me. Look at me. Did anyone think I was being super serious about this? I was clearly being myself. It was a bit, just like Jose Abreu's name. It was a bit, except they're real in a way. It's not a bit.
How did we get here? That's all I have on baseball.
All I've ever wanted is someone to listen to this podcast and go, "What is this sports podcast about?" And that's really my dream.
And then send them that clip.
Like, we get to the population of Wisconsin. One more thing. I saw Tarek Skubal is going to get like $400 million this offseason. And I think Buster only commented on it saying like he's going to go for $400 million. And he put down as potential places the Yankees, the Dodgers, and someone else, maybe the Mets, but it was another like rich spending team, which I kind of hate that this is the way baseball now works, where it feels like soccer in some sense, where, oh, you're a good player, you're going to go to like 3 or 4 teams. You're not going to go to a team like the Tigers took a gamble on him in the 9th round and developed him through their farm system. And now look at him. He's a Cy Young pitcher. He's a Cy Young level pitcher. And now it's like, well, he's going to go get his bag. And also, he's going to get paid like $2 million a year at the Dodgers. Well, they wait until 2070 to pay him fully, as they're tax scheming all the time over there. I don't think it feels like the same arguments people make for NIL, where it's kind of destroying college football, college sports. It feels the same way, where like this feels like it's destroying baseball, where we have like oligarchs in college baseball, which is really weird. I don't know if Donald Trump break up the big baseball, pull Teddy Roosevelt, but like I don't like it very much. And it does annoy me that every time someone gets good, especially like a good pitcher, like a really good batter, they're like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna go to the Yankees or the Dodgers, or especially the Dodgers these days. So I don't know. I don't like it at all.
You know how I feel about the Yankees and Dodgers.
Yeah.
I give them credit with one thing, and is that their owners want to spend money. All these owners are billionaires. I don't feel sorry for them whenever they're like, oh, I have a small market team. This is not your only avenue for revenue. You had to have money to buy this team, and you still probably own whatever that is.
You bought this for
you want your team to be good, spend your fucking money. Mm-hmm. That's why it's like, it's hard to hate on the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Mets for backing up the bricks truck. Notice I did not bring up the Rangers. They're bad guys in this somehow. Yeah. They're somehow still bad.
Well,
back
actually,
up the bricks trucks.
I was going to say the bad guy's Rob Manfred. He can just say no. Like, what are they going to do? Get mad at him at the winter meetings? Oh, no. Oh,
well, he can't just say no is the problem. Is that he would also have to get the Players Association to agree. And what players are going to agree that you're right, we don't want you to pay us? If there's no salary cap, that means anyone can get the bag that they want and anyone can get paid what they're worth.
They can probably get rid of deferments or put a cap on deferments. I think maybe the Players Association will be okay with that, but I don't know. I mean,
I don't know because it made Shohei Ohtani a shit ton of money.
Maybe. Well, for a while, it will be he can gamble all that away soon. But in a while, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. That's where baseball is coming to, and I don't think it's. I mean, you look at the Brewers. The Brewers aren't like a big market team, nor do they have like I don't know what their roster's worth, but I don't imagine it's near what like the top teams, like the top 7 teams rosters are worth. So I don't think it's going to destroy like parity. But I don't love the idea that, oh, you're going to get good and all of a sudden you're going to go get paid millions of dollars, like millions of dollars more than you would if you stayed with your team. It's like the Altuve. Like Altuve probably could have gone somewhere and got more money. What's the roster?
Where do you think they rank out of the 30 teams?
I want to say like somewhere in the middle. I'm going to say like 13.
24.
Really? Okay. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me though, because the Brewers have never been a team you look at and go like, oh, they're like. Maybe this is my ignorance, but like I when I still think of the Brewers, I still think of Prince Fielder.
Dude, I fucking loved Prince Fielder, man.
Everyone liked Prince. He was as a husky kid growing up playing baseball. That's who I wanted to be. I was like, I'm just gonna hit fucking bombs,
big boy, and hit nukes.
Yeah. But that's still who I was to say with the Brewers, and that was like the last. I mean, there have been other guys since then. Maybe it's my own ignorance speaking. It's not like
Christian Yelich is their big. There was their big name for a while. Yeah. I fucking love Christian Yelich.
I love Christian Yelich too. I forgot. I don't know. For some reason, I still think the Brewers. I think of Prince Fielder, but maybe that's my like own childhood nostalgia. It's like Jordan fans, like 90s Jordan fans. It's like I was 35 then, and now like I'm close to 35 now. I'm thinking of Prince Fielder.
I thought you were being very narcissistic right there, and you'd be like, yeah, like my fans, like me, Jordan.
My single fan, which is my girlfriend and our dog, who also may be a fan of me depending on the day. Actually, she's very sweet. She's not a bitch. She is a bitch, but not like that kind of bitch.
No, that's crazy. You can guess who the top
Dodgers
4 is.
Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, and then no Dodgers, Yankees.
Mets aren't? What the fuck?
Yeah. Just because they like to
I don't know if
money.
this is correct.
Okay.
Total payroll tracker. I don't know if this includes deferred money, though, is the only question.
It probably doesn't include deferred money.
Oh, what am I talking about? Yeah, Mets are number 1. Okay, yeah, cool. I completely missed that. Okay, go ahead.
I was like, where the fuck are the Mets if they're not, in the top 4?
You don't have to put the top 4 in order, but go ahead and try.
It was Yankees, Dodgers, Mets. Who else am I thinking of? Who keeps getting people? Not them. I was gonna say the Cubs. I don't think it's the Cubs. Who am I missing, Brian?
I will give you a hint. They've made a World Series in the past couple of years.
The evil empire, the Rangers.
No.
Oh, who else? They lost
a World Series in the past couple of years.
The Phillies?
This is number 2. It is the Phillies.
Okay. Really? I mean, the Harper contract probably eats the Schwarber contract eats up a lot. Castellanos, I don't think he's on like an insane contract. Really? I didn't expect the Phillies to be up there. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't. They're paying the Fanatic all that money. That's what the real money's going to.
Oh shit! That was active 26-man allocations is different. Okay. That's different. Oh, wow. We jump so high. We jump from 13th from active to allocations because we have Jose Abreu and Montero's contract still on. We're 6th.
Oh, I mean, listen, we're a World Series winning team. We're a dynasty. That's okay. Dynasty do you think the Patriots had well, that's different because that's football. But
what the fuck?
What?
Here's your top 10. Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, Philly, Blue Jays, us, Rangers, Atlanta, San Diego. Who do you think is number 10?
Is it a team I'm just not going to expect at all?
Yes.
Is it the Royals?
No.
Okay. Am I doing too much unexpected?
They haven't been good, and they've wasted a lot of talent.
Oh, I'm going through my teams. Is it the Reds, maybe?
Close. No. Same colors.
Okay. The Cardinals?
No. AL.
Let me think.
Last one in our division.
The Angels. Oh, well, the Angels.
The Angels are number 10 in total payroll.
We have Anthony Rondon in there, just collecting time off.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, dude, that guy fucking rules. That guy rules, man. What a life.
The dream of life is not to work 80 hours. It's to make money and literally have your salary be like $800 an hour with what you work. Anthony Rondon is the American dream incarnate. He played well for a couple seasons with the Phillies and
got the fucking bag.
The Nationals. And now it's like, oh, by the way, I'm just never going to play baseball again. I'm just never going to do that again.
Because it's all guaranteed, man.
Yeah,
man, fucking the Rondon is a national treasure.
He has shown what it means to be a true American. Pretend you can do work well and then don't work. Where is he from? He went to Rice. I forgot. He's from Richmond. So he is not only an American hero, he's my personal Texas hero. Put him up there with Davy Crockett. Remember the Alamo? Remember that contract is what I say. Okay. That's all I really have for baseball. I don't know if you want to move on to something in college athletics that's happening.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let me give you the backstory. I'm a big fan of University of Memphis only because as a UH fan, we played University of Memphis a lot. I was calling them Memphis a lot during the American Athletic Association, American Athletic Conference days. I always knew that they were never going to be able to come to the Big 12 with us, only because they don't have the market value. Like UCF has, the national champion. BYU is a brand. Utah also has too much power in this country. I have a whole rant about that. I saw like a crumble cookie video. I was like, Utah has too much power in this country. And then who else came? And then like Arizona. And like Arizona makes sense. Like they were Pac-12 was falling apart. Arizona has a brand. They play football well. They play basketball well. The two like big sports in college, at least, that bring the most TV revenue in. They're good at that. Memphis is actually a relatively good basketball school. The problem is also they're just not a big market at all.
Hold on.
Not a big.
Real quick on the Memphis basketball school thing.
Yeah.
Is it weird in my head they're a perpetual number 5 seed?
No, not at all. That makes sense because they do pretty well in their conference, especially during UH days they were always number 2, which sucked. But that's about where they are because they're always going to win their conference because they're the best basketball school in their conference. This past year was a little shaky, but that's because Penny Hardaway's entire coaching staff like left. I think they got fired like right before the season started. So number 5, perpetual 5 makes sense. Also, they do have a lot of history when it comes to athletics. They are like a historic school. The problem is they just don't have any name power anymore. All this to say, apparently they offered the Big 12 $250 million in sponsorships to join. Plus, they were not going to take it. And I think I saw this. They're not going to take any TV deal money. And the Big 12 turned them down. The Big 12 said, no, we don't want you. You're not good for our brand. You're not our brand, which I think makes a lot of sense just given where Memphis is as a university, as a school. Because I don't remember much about their football team from last season. Maybe I'm wrong. But they were there. They were always good in football when we were in the AAC. It is weird to me because I actually really like Memphis. Their fans, every time I've met their fans, they are wonderful people. And they are a historic school, but now they're in this weird place where they're not able to go anywhere. Like they have kind of reached, it's like I was going to say like video game rankings, but I don't even play video games. So I don't know what that is, but like where you kind of reach the end of your ability to grow in a certain place. Like they're never going to be a Cincinnati.
They peaked.
They peaked because like the thing with the a Power Six the American Athletic Conference called themselves the Power Six Conference when I was there. I had to explain that to people. I was like, no, it's just 6 right there because we're Power 6. It was completely made up by them, and no one ever said that except for like sickos like me. They've reached their peak and they can't go farther. And it is sad to see like a team I consider a great rival, and I'm happy to never play them again because I hated playing them, and that's kind of a compliment. But it's weird to see it's huge. Yeah, I like the last game we had played them with against them it was the regular season where Jamal Shed hit that buzzer beater. I was like, oh my God, we never have to fucking do this again. I mean, we'll maybe play them again. I don't know. But like right now we don't have to play them again. And we played them in the AAC tournament, but that's a little bit different. It's like, well, they won the conference already. Who gives a shit? But it's weird to see like a rival that I really respected not be able to move further. And it's fully I don't want to say fault of where Memphis is as a university and probably as a city in some sense, where they can't get out of that. Because I mentioned like Arizona, BYU, Cincinnati, UCF, Arizona State. I mean, these bigger schools that have the name power and the recognition. And while Memphis is historically like relatively good at sports, they have a lot to hang their hats on. It's just not recent, and also it just doesn't feel like Memphis is a city that was it. Like you have what's that street in Memphis? Is it Beale Street in Memphis? I think it's Beale Street. That's like a jazz capital. I'm like, there's a history there, but it's just not what it used to be. So it made me sad seeing that report only because I really like Memphis. And now I'm seeing like, oh, this is what it feels to like see your, I don't know, high school friend become like a weird alcoholic where it's like, oh, they're never going to get out of it, are they? They're going to be stuck there forever. And so that's kind of how I feel about Memphis. So
what a fucking turnaround that was.
Yeah, it ended that depressingly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I want to say about that. I do have actually one more note I wrote down, and I don't know why I wrote it down. The Coldplay couple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's just like the Urban Meyer finger banging that one girl in the bar, just 2.0 basically to me. I don't know why.
Explain.
Remember when Urban Meyer was caught finger banging that girl?
Cool. I'm saying I don't see the correlation here, man.
I don't know what it is. I know. I really don't have a good argument for this either. I don't have a good explanation. I kind of saw that. I was like, oh, that's just Urban Meyer and that like chick, and that bar that he owned. It's
Do you think we can clip for finger banging?
I would. You can say finger.
This isn't a clip. Got it.
I was like, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think finger bang. Well, I think Pat McAfee said that on his show and they clipped it, but I don't know if that's the standard we want to have for what we clip, especially because every time we clip something, sometimes TikTok gets a little angry at us.
Yeah. I'm surprised the Pat McAfee one didn't. I said rotten piece of shit. And I wasn't calling him that, but I said I don't think he is one. And then did you see the one comment that was like, no, but he is a rotten piece of shit? I'm like,
yeah. I was like, by the way, this isn't a criticism of Pat McAfee at all. Like, I don't think that was our point. Like, we were saying, like,
Pat McAfee is. Here we go. Pat McAfee discussion 2.0. Pat McAfee is incredible at what he does. That is not what I was saying. What I was saying is I'm tired of it just being two people at ESPN. They have two superstars, and I don't love one of them, and that's Pat McAfee. He's not my favorite. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. And those are the two people that are going to get shoved down your throat on ESPN content now. It's Pat McAfee's incredible at what he does. And a couple of comments made a good point. He brings energy, and baseball, they don't have a guy in baseball that brings that same kind of energy. The closest person I would say that does that is Jared Carrabis. And I don't know what he's doing anymore.
Well,
so
every generation in like sports has this one guy who kind of redefines the game. And like it's Bill Simmons for maybe our parents' generation, or maybe a little bit younger than that, maybe millennial kind of age. I don't know, maybe like Barstool a little bit more for like millennials, like, and then like we're cuspers. It feels like Pat McAfee when he came around was like, oh, like this is how you can be. Like you can have like a sense of whimsy and fun and be yourself. And I know like Barstool maybe has the be yourself brand a little bit more, but it was that's a different be yourself than like Pat McAfee and his friends.
Pat McAfee worked for Barstool for a while. Then he went independent, and then ESPN backed up the truck and paid him. Now, I just want it said that this is not a shot at him at all. We're fucking nothing, dude. We're mosquitoes on the wall. We're less than that. Yeah. This means our opinion don't mean shit. But I don't need him. I don't need him. I don't particularly love that he was a big voice in the home run contest, because the home run derby, there we go, home run derby, that was a boomer to me. Yeah. Back, gone! That was boomer for me when growing up. And yes, that means I'm old. I'm fucking 30 now. Yeah, fucking shakes fist at wind, right? But I don't know. I didn't love it. But that energy that he brings to other parts, I know you're a big WWE guy, and I know the WWE people are split on him. Yeah. People really like him because he brings this weird, like this really energetic fandom. Like it's like a fan is there being a part of it and being super excited about it. And then the other half is like, oh, he's trying too much. He's doing too hard. He thinks the show's about him. But he still brings that type of energy. He does that in football. He does that in college. Game day that ESPN does, he's so good at it. I'm just saying that you don't need to interject him into everything. You're not going to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? You're not going to, I want to say rewrite the Bible, but that's not what I'm looking for. It's just like, you're not going to make this go. He's not going to be a golden goose in every single sport. Yeah. It's just not, because he doesn't really care about baseball. Yeah. But the things he does care about, the things he's passionate about, the WWE, football and college football, he crushes, dude. He's arguably the biggest media personality out there right now because of it.
For the record, I need to defend myself. I'm not a big WWE guy in any sense of the word. I actually find
AEW.
I find it similar to Marvel movies. Like if I don't know if
I meant wrestling in general. Sorry.
No, I was trying to make a comparison. No, I don't care. But I think this is more of a criticism of ESPN and where ESPN has come. Like I was watching SportsCenter. I think. I was watching SportsCenter more about like a couple months ago during March Madness, where I'd finish the game, and just SportsCenter would be on, maybe the NBA Finals, and I'd watch and be like, "This is like shit. Like this is not the SportsCenter I grew up with in the morning, where it felt like it was actually about sports. Now it's just about like creating content."
SVP is the only one I like now.
SVP, I mean, he's a generation more like talent himself, but like this is more criticism of ESPN and where ESPN has gone to. It's no longer about like, I don't want to say journalism, because like I feel like sports journalism is like one of those, like, I don't know, it's not the same as like journalism. There's no Watergate investigation. There's no like a spotlight investigation happening in sports. Even though Pedro, whatever his name is, who works with Katie Nolan, he fucking rocks. But that's a different thing. It's more criticism of ESPN in that fact that they no longer care about making it about sports. It's about numbers. It's about moments, about numbers. It's about, hey, let's call this guy. And, some exec goes, well, what drives content online? And it's like, well, Pat McAfee gets a lot of play. It's like, all right, let's put him in there then. Some guy who like, some executive who probably hasn't watched baseball in years is like, well, Pat McAfee gets a lot of plays. So let's put him in there. Or some executive who, the youngest person he's interacted with in the past 5 years is, 55 years old. And so he doesn't understand, like, oh, okay, like that. What actually people like is the Sports Center of the old. Now, again, this is Angry Man Yells at Cloud, and like being a boomer. This is like boomerism in some sense. Like it was better when I was younger, but it was like in some way better when we were younger. And now it's like it's slop. It is content slop now.
ESPN and MTV when we were younger are so much better than what they are now. That is my biggest boomer. That's almost a hot take. I don't know. Shit, maybe we'll just use that this week.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe
I'm not against that.
I got a quick one.
Okay,
but yeah, dude, it is. Of course, it's objectively better to me because I grew up with it. But I don't know, man. Nothing has filled that void. I guess part of my take is my number one sports like thing I consume outside of actual sports. Part of my take. I listen to every episode. I'm an AWL. The rest of it, I run that shit. Nothing on ESPN grabs my attention like that. Nothing on really Fox grabs my attention like that. No pregame shows. No nothing besides. Oh, excuse the fuck out of me. Inside the NBA is that, and part of my take are the two things that I will stop. Make sure I get to watch or listen to. Nothing else. If it's anything else, it's like I'm on a plane. I have to kill an hour, and I don't want to listen to a podcast or music. All right, well, I'll watch ESPN on their little your thing or whatever it's watching, and I don't particularly enjoy it. In fact, most of the time I'm just sitting there like, holy shit, we're talking about the Cowboys, Dodgers, Braun again. Oh my fucking god! Not that they're not the biggest names in their respective sports or anything, but that's what it is.
I do think like I like part of my take, and I like. The problem is I feel like there's nothing that I like. Growing up, I read like Grantland. And I like some up on Page 2 and stuff like that. Grantland was like Bill Simmons. It was the Ringer before the Ringer, but it was a different kind of Ringer. Now like the Ringer, he just like talks about pop culture and basketball too much, where it's like that's all you guys have anymore. It does not feel like there's a good. It does not feel like there's a sports media that takes sports media seriously, if that makes sense. There are like pockets here and there, like the Joel Embiid sees you article from this week from ESPN was one of the best things I've ever read. It's probably the best piece of sports journalism I've read in the past 5 years, maybe. There's one on the Ringer actually about Draymond Green in like therapy or something like that I remember reading in February. That was pretty good. But there's nothing anymore like that, and it's all about the commodification of moments. Everyone's trying like it's fuck it. I'll say this. It's like why Barstool streams things. It's not about content. It's about the commodification of moments. Everything needs to be commodified into this little like moment where it can be mass produced and mass sent out, and then we can get clicks and likes and sponsorships.
It's trying to go viral. It's trying to go viral in everything now. Now it's not just making I made a pie out of whipped cream and marshmallows. What a fucking weird thing for me to say. Check out my recipe, and it goes viral, and everyone's like, "Oh, try the whipped cream and marshmallow pie." It's I was fucking. I said, "Damn Daniel!" So that's aged me. Damn Daniel to this man's shoes and shit like that. It's a want to go viral, but now it's transformed into sports media wanting a piece of that pie. What's the dumb thing, incredible thing that we can say, do, or witness, or react to? And oh my god, here's 100,000 million likes, and we made 17 cents off of ad revenue off this TikTok. Because it got 200,000 likes.
It feels like a lot of life has lost its whimsy in some sense, which is why I like the Savanah Bananas in some sense. Like, I don't think it's great baseball, but like there's a sense of whimsy there. And that's something that has been missing from sports for the past 10 years. There's no whimsy anymore. There's no fun anymore.
Okay. So that's going to take me. I had 2 hot takes ready to go today. Okay. And like, I wasn't sure which one I was going to do. I'll save the other one.
Okay.
This one is that the Savanah Bananas are fun. You're allowed to have fun. Why do people just hate on shit? It's a family-friendly event to go see. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. It's why is there this sudden wave of hatred towards them? Now, I understand there's another like weird part of it that's like, they're fine. Stop insulting them. You can go see them if you have kids. And I'm like, why does that have to be a stipulation? Why do people care so much what other people enjoy? I guess I'm doing the same thing here by saying, why do you hate it so much? But I don't know, man. It was so weird. I feel like a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, people were fucking loved the Savanah Bananas. Like they went crazy for him. And then 2 years later, it's like half the people are just like, it's a waste of your time. It's bad content. It's bad time. Don't do it. It sucks. And if you're entertained by this, you're lesser. What the fuck are we doing?
I fully agree with you. For the record, just first off, I'm a complete hater of just things. I don't think people should be able to enjoy everything. If you're like a furry, I don't think you should be able to enjoy that. I feel like you should be punished somewhat socially.
That's not making it into the clip.
Probably will make it in the clip. But no, I never really understood like Christmas movies as a kid, where like the adults clearly did not like enjoy Christmas, or like did not have any fun around Christmas. And I think as I've gotten older, I realized like a lot of people lose a sense of whimsy and fun. Not to continue to use the word whimsy, but like you lose a sense of whimsy and fun about life. The Savanah Bananas are not meant to be baseball. They're not a replacement for the MLB. They're not even a replacement for the minor leagues. They're a new entity in itself. It is an entertainment. I don't think the man in the yellow hat, or whatever his name is, or the man in the yellow suit, would sit there and be like, oh, this is actually like the best baseball ever. Like, we're trying to be a baseball team. I will say they are trying to commodify their moments, some which I think leads to oversaturation. People want to, when they go and they want to see people, like the people who care about baseball want to see baseball. That's why like a lot of the comments you see about the Savanah Bananas from like baseball fans or baseball accounts, they're all shitting on it because they're like, it's not what they think baseball is. And it has infiltrated other parts of the world where like you see youth baseball having like Savanah Banana games or like banana ball games, but that's fun. Like, I remember playing baseball, and I think it was like in sixth grade, and I just got tired of one point. I was like, it's not fun anymore. Like, this is not enjoyable to like go have coaches yell at me or, do coach, like have to not to have enjoyment of the game. And like, that's the most important thing. And like, they're bringing enjoyment to a game that for all, it can be a little slow sometimes. I say that as a baseball fan. And so it's just like, I think it's a kind of twofold issue where you have adults who just like don't understand the beauty of having fun or the beauty of whimsy, the beauty of like odd shit, where everything must be like into this rigid compartmentalized idea of like, it's like this is such a fucking callback that I don't think anyone's going to get this, but it's like the Fairly Odd Parents movie with Flappy Bob, where at one point he was a clown and they took away like his tie and they made him like a corporate entity. It's like that. But the problem is like, as a kid, I was like, that's ridiculous. But it's like, no, that actually just is what the world does to people sometimes. And I don't know if it's their fault. I'm not going to say it's their fault because this is going to be like a weird nuanced take where I'm like, no one's really at fault here. I don't think you're a bad person if you hate the Savanah Bananas, but I do think you've lost the ability to see whimsy in the world. And also, I think people are just tired of it's a little oversaturated, and I get that from that standpoint.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I understand not liking something. 100, also a hater. I understand not liking someone. But going out of your way to like go after people being like, how could you enjoy that? Like you're wrong for enjoying this is so weird.
It's because they're also miserable. Like part of being alive is being miserable. And I mean that as someone who's not miserable. But there have been times in my life where I've been miserable. Most people live miserable lives. They realize that the dreams of being a teenager no longer came to fruition. There's like a comment I saw today from like a 50-year-old woman. It was like some music thing. It was like, oh, I'm glad your dreams came true, but mine didn't. So I'm happy for you, but I never got to do what I wanted to do. It's like, well, you're miserable. Like there are so many people out there who are just miserable. Like a lot of the people commenting on this, I'm going to say this and you can clip it. Fuck it. I don't care. A lot of people commenting like, oh, this shit sucks. Wanted to play in the MLB. And they didn't get the chance to because they were not good enough. They got injured or whatever the reason is. And so they see this and it's like, these guys are having fun, but I can't have fun because I can't do what I want to do. Now, again, I may be off track there, but I do think there's a lot of like angry people in the world who they see this love of something and this happiness and like this is not to be like, brother, we just need happiness. I'm just saying like they see this joy and they don't get it, and so they get angry and they say this shit doesn't fucking make sense. It's like I don't know, it's like an abusive parent in a movie. Not to bring up movies, but like movies aren't real life, but like we brought up Christmas specials, so why not fucking bring up movies? It's like when you see like a father who just doesn't get something, he like berates his son over it. It's kind of the same idea, and I think a lot of adults want also just pure seriousness at all times. They just want everything to be serious. Like think of The View after the Shane Gillis ESP monologue. They're like shitting on him. It's like I was like,
Dude,
this shit.
That audience did not deserve him, man.
No, the Brittany, whatever her name was, joked Brittany Hickens or
Brittany
Brittany
Weber.
No, Brittany, Matt McCusker's wife. Where he was like,
Oh,
Brittany,
the fake WNBA player.
yeah, that's the guy he hosts the podcast with, Matt McCusker. That's his wife. Shane and Matt's secret podcast or whatever, or Matt and Shane's secret podcast. That's his co-host. So that was that guy's wife. So he's like, they're very good. They're close to Shane. So that was the joke. Was that like I think I was just a one-off because I think it was just like to get his friend involved, to get Matt involved in the show. But it's very funny because like. Yeah, those people don't give a shit. It's like there's a lot of fakeness, which also goes back to the Savanah Bananas, where like there's a lot of people who also just want to cosplay being like cool. Like the Savanah Bananas were cool for a while because like no one knew who they were. They were a new thing, and now it's like, oh well, everyone knows who they are now. So it's easy to hate. It's like think of like I don't know. I don't want to say Taylor Swift but like it's kind of like that where there are obvious criticisms, but the criticisms are not what people are criticizing about. They're just like, I fucking hate this. It's like old guys when they hear Taylor Swift, they just get angry. So that's what I have to say about that.
No, I agree. It's almost an extension of the bat flip hate. Like, oh, having fun in this serious thing. How could you have fun during my baseball game? You don't have to watch.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can mute that Savanah Banana. You can mute them. You can mute that word on whatever social media you are. You can just eliminate it from your life and choose to never think about it ever again. You have that ability.
I hope our number one fan, Tony La Russa, is listening and lets us know what he thinks about the Savanah Bananas, because I'm very interested in that, because he's known for his love of the game and new innovative approaches to the game. So I hope he's doing well and not drinking and driving. So
I've got some golf stuff to talk about real quick.
Yeah, let's hit that real quickly.
So everyone's been talking about two big things, the two big stories. One, Scotty Scheffler dominated the Open Championship. Two, Rory McIlroy unearthed the ball while hitting his ball. Incredible. That's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about, I'm officially worried about Brooks Koepka. It's been bad. Let me tell you his finishes for the four majors this year.
Okay.
Masters, missed cut.
Okay.
PGA Championship, missed cut. U.S. Open, tied for 12th. The Open Championship, missed cut.
Are we on Corn Ferry watch? Brandon, we entered Corn Ferry watch territory with Brooks Koepka at this point. Yeah, it's. I feel like every time a major happens, you are like, I'm betting on Brooks, and then by like day 2, you're like, fuck, I've already lost all my money. So no, I feel like we're on Corn Ferry watch. It is. I have not watched his game personally, but it does feel like every single big opportunity he gets, because like even non-majors, I do feel like does he do well in non-majors? I feel like I've seen him do better in non-majors.
He has not had a great year in the Live Tour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he's Live. Fuck. I don't know. I do think maybe there's a time when I think about like golfers and batters, because you're prone to the yips sometimes. Just something goes wrong. I feel like there's a point when if you get to you're kind of in the area where like you can't hit the ball anymore in both golf or football or baseball. It's time to take like an extended break just for your own sake, to walk away for a second, or like go back to the driving range or the batting cage and like readjust that swing a little bit, because something's off. Or like, I don't know, just I don't know, get voodoo magic. Go to Paul Pogba's voodoo magic guy and get that done. Like, you got to do something, because clearly whatever you're doing is not working. I think Brooks Koepka's entered like, hey, you got to like go to New Orleans and do some voodoo or something like that at this point. Huh?
I got one last part of this that just came to me, actually. I'm really happy that Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau ended their beef and kind of settled it, because I would be in hell right now as a Brooks Koepka fan, because Bryson DeChambeau has been competitive in just about every single major for the last like 8 majors. So for the past 2 years, it would be a slaughter if the two fans were still just fucking going at each other's throats. But
I'm on record saying I like Brooks, or not Brooks. I like Bryson DeChambeau for the past couple.
I think he's a weirdo, but that's not a bad thing.
But he's come around from like being a dick to being like a kind of weird autist. Like he's like if 4chan was a golfer.
Obsessed with golf.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think that's who he was always was, but like he didn't have the social skills to do that. And now he's just like, what if I hit golf balls over my house? Also, like, so the eternal velocity of golf balls this. And so I think if I hit it at this angle, like, and I think that's just who he is. Like, he's like, he's autistic about golf. And I mean that with like love, because as the guy who gets really weird about certain things. But yeah, I'm on fans. I'm on record saying I like Bryson DeChambeau, and I have for the past year or two.
That's all I had for golf. Just a quick little clip for that, but because that's the other two stories were the big stories, but Brooks has not looked great. Yeah.
Well, we're about time. I'll save my coffee rant for next week because it's an eternal thing. But thanks, Brian. What did I say first? Oh, yeah, Brian. Where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Auric Polaris, AURICPOLARIS. Damn it. I had such a hot streak going with not fucking it up for like months now. And then here we are. Primarily at twitch.tv/Auric Polaris. I'm still working through Elden Ring. That game is getting very, very hard. And I'm not good at video games. I'm an old man now. Jordan, where can people find you?
Well, as Jaden Yuki says, you got to get your game on to beat that game. I got to throw that in somehow.
I don't think that's going to be made into a clip this week.
Not even close. Not even close. But I thought, we need to throw that in there somehow because we missed like the past 3 weeks. Find me at Jordan's Thoughts on Twitter and find me at Moontim Sports across all platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And probably something else I missed. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. Please leave a like, a rate, a comment, subscribe, whatever you can do wherever you're listening. And we will see you next week.
Peace from Love Island.